must be completely bitch and crazy. But maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Oh, that man is still up there then. Well, I'm gonna let the truck warm up. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna look over everything, double check my work from last night. And then I guess I'll take off. We'll see where we get and when we get there. I'm gonna guess about 8:30, because running these back roads is gonna be a while, and my head hurts. I don't want to do this. Thank God it's Friday. Well, our ETA was a little bit of a 30-minute behind, but we're here, and now I have to pull forward again. Crap. Okay, so like I said, we're about 30 minutes late on the ETA, but no big deal because we got here before the time I sent on here, so absolutely no big deal at all. Now, you can see the tarp job before I pull it all off, since you couldn't see a darn thing yesterday, if I even got out and showed it. Yep, there it is. Simple, simple. But now I gotta rip it apart. Go me. And now I'm empty with 5 hours and 10 minutes remaining drive time. Looks pretty good to me. Now I just gotta put everything away. And there's my 10-4. Sweet. It's feeling like a cheesy bowl of chili sort of morning to me, so that's what I'm gonna do while I wait on my next load. Everything is now put away. And, yeah, like I said, I'm waiting on my next load. The closest thing to me is... Oops. Yeah. Steel. Not exactly my preference by any means, but... if we get it, we get it. Means I'm gonna have to do something with my tarps that rolled up freaking massive. But right now I'm gonna enjoy my bowl of chili and we'll call it good. Well, we made it to our new shipper in Gallatin, Tennessee, and it is going to Marshall, Missouri. And I'm certain I've been here before, but for some reason it's just not in my GPS, and I can't remember because it's been a long time since I've been here. I know that much, but I do remember I got downpour rained on. That was an interesting load. Jeez, when was that? That was a long time ago. Why can't you just stay on my steering wheel? Why do you gotta be so difficult? What did I do? There it is. May 14th. Yeah. So why the heck isn't it in my GPS? That's kind of weird. Well, whatever, it's about to be now. And that was the end of that. So we got 511 miles to the consignee. I feel like it should be shorter than that because they're only giving me like 480 something to do it, but 49. So that's 22 miles out of route. Yeah, nailed the bounce to the wall though. How about that? And that's it. So now I just need to get loaded And I really actually kind of hope I can get out of here and go park somewhere other than here. But why do I get the feeling it's just not going to happen? Alright, so it is now 12:50. I have my load. And there you go. Now all I gotta do is strap her down, tarp her down, and we'll be on our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Freaking sweet! 8 lines means I only have 16 feet of load, which means I only have to use 1 tarp. Sweet. So that one's out there already. So that's what we're gonna do. And it's gonna be good! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check out that beauty. Beauty. Ha. Dream on. It'll work, and that's what matters. I hope. Yeah, it should work. Check out that crisscross, man. It's just all over the place. Check it out. But if you think that looks bad, you should see the strap job underneath it all. That's the fun part right there. I will have to show you the monstrosity that is the strap job on this load. But unfortunately, now it's going to have to wait till Monday. Because the load is covered and I ain't taking that tarp back off anytime soon. In the meantime, I have 2.5 hours left to drive. I'm going to run up I-24 and hit a pilot up there somewhere. Let's see. I-24. What do we got? South, south, south. Oak Grove, Kentucky at exit 89 or 86 and 86. Or Cuttawa at exit 40. I think it's too far away. Yeah, just a little bit. Well, we'll see if we can make the exit 80s. And we'll go from there. Time to go! I'm going to send in my info and yeah, we're going to do this thing. Well, even though I don't absolutely have to do it here, I'm going to go ahead and take my 34-hour reset in Oak Grove, Kentucky. At this pilot with a Subway and a Waffle House right across the street. So that's just sweet. So yeah, about that 34-hour reset thing. Congress just made that so much nicer in that now I can take my 34-hour reset anytime I feel like it without having to deal with the 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. 2 times consecutively or 168 hours between resets. No, no, no. I can do it whenever I feel like it now. I'm gonna kill you. I swear I will find my friggin' fly swatter and I will kill you. So yeah, I've been here for the last 9 minutes, and yeah, I don't think I have too much more to say here. Although I am going to rip this friggin' shifter apart because it is really taking me off. Like, it's not going to do it now because I'm not driving, but it's leaking air like crazy. I'm going to take the darn thing apart and figure it out. Why it's doing that. Because it's taking me off. Nothing should be leaking on my main truck. That's all there is to it. So I think the deal with this shifter was it just needed to be cleaned. Underneath, inside. Or in the gear. And of course it's being a jerk. I want it in first gear and it's the one it's avoiding. Sigh. There we go. Okay. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and dig into this thing once I figured out how to do so without it basically exploding all over the place with its airflow. And all you got to do is just keep the range selector down in the low range, and the rest is pretty easy. This guy just comes right off, and there goes the ball bearing again. I lost that the first time too. But yeah, that's all there is to this whole thing. It's just not really a whole lot to it. Freaking ball bearing likes to fall out. It's supposed to go right there in that little hole. And it's still a little messy in here, but the real issue was this part right here. It's that's what actually does the splitting action, I guess. It's got the two springs, which I'm not going to lose. And this rubber gasket here was just absolutely disgusting and covered in dirt and oil. And I mean, you can see the oil all over this thing. It's ridiculous. It's all coming in through the air lines from the engine and the compressor and everything. But I cleaned off the gasket and put it all back together, and suddenly no more issue. So that was really nice. And now I'm going to put it back together again without losing any more parts. Well, I haven't lost any parts, but I've come close a couple times. Put a spring 2. Get you lined up, and then we'll take this big red part and stick it right over the top of it all. And also, that's how it keeps you from splitting in low range. A little deal there. Pretty interesting. But then this goes over the top. And the screws have to go in before you try upranging. Otherwise, you blow the whole darn lid off. And that's just not a desirable action, you know? You get that on there. Make sure you tighten it down pretty good. And then the test. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So there you go. And now those two screws are hiding underneath the label deal. Good stuff. And now I go. I'm gonna go that way because I'm hungry.